What is Rollerdrome? A whirling dervish, a cyclone of chaos harnessed, a twisted vision glorious. It's hard to describe how I'm feeling when the end of each thought doesn't rhyme with the middle or end of the previous thought's completion. Oh, there's a fix for that. Wait, what's that music? What's happening? What's happening? All these threats are just a chance. All this danger's just a dance. An opportunity for you to be the competitor to advance. Feel the movement and music get through to me. Get up when I fall down. Surrounded by enemies, but compared to me, they're all clowns. I'm hurt and held down by the past, but I'll skate to create the future. Taste smoke from the gun's blast. I'll use your pain as a suture. To win big, you have to go hard. But the thing is, I've been scarred. Trying to live life to the limit, it hurts every time you fail. But to have the courage to win it, dust yourself off and say, oh well. They're stacking the deck against me. They want to see me die. But I'm stronger than they could ever be, so I'd like to see them try. Life is not a game. There is no second chance. I've got no one else to blame if I don't advance. Times are tough and society's a nightmare. So the desperate resort to a death sport. And even when they don't fight fair, when the smoke clears, I'll be right there. I'm high flying, death defying, leave my competition in body bags with all their families crying. Take a lawnmower to my enemies if they try to stand up to me. Prowess and finesse with the greatest of ease. I'll take your life and your liberty. You guys aren't looking well, let's send you home. In a box. This game is called Rollerdrome, and it freaking rocks. Turns out it's hard to rap, but easy to be bad at it. Rollerdrome is a wild game experience. Sometimes I think to myself, no one can really understand me as a person. I'm too much of a conflagration of interests and ideas. No one can access what it is that makes me myself. And then I play Rollerdrome. The soundtrack on this game is insane. Electric Dragon is the musical artist who made the soundtrack, and whoa, dang, is it so good. But back to the history of Rollerdrome. Originally a game by a solo designer, Paul Rabbit.
That's Paul Rabbit.
Oops. And Roll 7, the guys behind Ollie Ollie. Roll 7 picked up both the man and the game. Then Rollerdrome was birthed into this world 2 years later. It's Tony Hawk with guns. It's Grease, but with actual lightning. It's 1975's Rollerball. Rollerdrome is a compounding of ideas and intentions. It's a coalescence of movement, gunplay, and pizzazz. Though pizzazz is nebulous, you know it when you see it. It's as important in Rollerdrome to aim carefully as it is to perform a 540 front flip. Then when you do both of those things at the same time, you understand how atoms can be split and Shakespeare could be written. Now the world itself is no longer a mirage, but a canvas for your creation. Rollerdrome. If you like this video, it'd be awesome if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Imagine a field of flowers completely overrun with greedy, choking weeds. How might you purge the weeds? With grace and finesse and a pair of aesthetically ambiguous roller skates. Pistols. Shotguns. Grenade launcher. Gauze rifle. Laser cannon. Bouncing light centrifuge.
You're such a dumb donkey.
Part of the brilliance of Rollerdrome is the use case for each weapon. Shotgun can break shield guys' shields, grenade launcher can AoE damage both cannons on the mech, Z11 can hit enemies at great range. So the whole time you're flying around the arena as the 70s era Tony Hawk progenitor, who somehow also happens to be the offspring of John Wick and John Woo. The game is fast and frenetic. What a crazy word, frenetic.
Frenetic.
You're always doing, you're always moving, and that is a whole lot to think about at any given moment. Hold jump to prepare to jump, hold jump after jump to control the vertical axis of your body's rotation. Grab F, but I can't hold F and D at the same time when my hand is WASDing, so now grab and grind are bound to my side mouse buttons, and all the while I'm thinking about dodging attacks, landing tricks, and aiming weapons. The game understands that it's tricky to do all these things, so they very intentionally made it so when you land wrong, you just roll out of it and keep moving. It doesn't punish you for learning the systems.
Skill issue.
Which brings me back to a line in my rap that was absolutely and clearly not a rap, because I can't do that. All these threats are just a chance, all this danger's just a dance. Getting sniped at while focusing on remembering which button combination does which grab could be very frustrating. But almost as a request for forgiveness, the developers made it so last-second dodges of attacks give you the chance for a substantial damage output buff. Now I'm begging snipers to try sniping me out of a 1080, because then I can murder their friends with increased alacrity. This game doesn't get enough attention.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Are you serious?
And this YouTube video won't really give it that much more attention, because my channel is a tiny little human baby in an ocean full of alligator kings. But know this, Rollerdrome gets the Benfred seal of A+ approval. This thing is so flippin' great, it's niche as all heck, yes. But if you happen to be interested in this niche, dang it, this was such a breath of fresh 70s inspired roller skating, weapon switching air. I can't recommend it higher. Tricks, reload guns, guns fight the enemies, dodges and movement defend you from attacks. It's an overwhelming game until you learn it. Then instead of the game being overwhelming, it's the feeling of opportunity that's overwhelming. It's the height of the skills ceiling that's overwhelming. I was talking to my sister about my YouTube channel, and she gave me some advice that I've heard a number of times. Why not chase the views? If a Brandon Sanderson goof is your only success, why not only try to be successful? And the answer to that question is, because the thought of being something that I'm not trying to be is the most overwhelming of all. Oops, I forgot I was doing an insane review of an insane game for a second. The moment where you find some sort of mastery is a magical one. But the reason I've played so much Tony Hawk and so many roguelikes and so many character action games is because the learning is what makes the mastery satisfying. Why does anyone put up with learning any sort of musical instrument? Because the difficulty of learning is what makes the mastery satisfying. Rollerdrome isn't insane to learn, but it's the right mix of tricky and terrific. Then when you get your gears to stop grinding and you're full speed ahead, well, get out of the way because the train is coming down the tracks. The developer Paul
That's Paul Rabbit.
described his prototype as a mix between Tony Hawk and Doom. Well, dang it, I have a bunch of time in and love for both of those. Turns out I love their influence, baby, as well.